Pete, when they said you had to get out, that you had to move out of Centralia, how did you feel?
Terrible.
He wasn't going.
I wasn't gonna go.
He wasn't going.
But now you've left Centralia.
When they took our properties away from us.
Only due to illness.
I would have fixed the house up if they didn't take the properties.
Why was it so important for you to stay there?
Because I loved it.
It was home. It was home.
Pennsylvania's anthracite region was once one of the world's largest suppliers of coal. The men who dug the coal that fueled America put in long, hard days in the dark, damp underground. They lived in tightly knit towns like Ashland. 2 miles north of Ashland on Route 61 is the coal town of Centralia, or what's left of it.
In eastern Pennsylvania, there's a town called Centralia. Underneath this abandoned town is a string of coal mine fires that have been burning for almost 60 years, and they're projected to be burning for another 250 more years. This all happened in 1962 when the town of Centralia had a dump fire. Now, these dump fires were pretty standard before Memorial Day, but this one was different. Instead, this dump fire ignited the ground underneath and began to spread. But for years, nobody considered it a big deal. It was just another coal mine fire, just this little fire problem that they had going on. That was until a little boy almost fell into a 150-foot hole when the ground just disappeared out from underneath his feet.
Valentine's Day, 1981, 12-year-old Todd Dombowski was playing in his grandmother's backyard when the earth opened up below his feet.
I seen smoke and I thought I didn't want my grandmother, to go over near because she's elderly and I was worried about her, so I went over to see if it was the mine fire, and when I did, I just fell right through.
This drew nationwide attention to Centralia. This story really divided the town. You had some people who thought it was safe and wanted to stay, and also other people who wanted nothing else but to get out. All in all, it came down to a simple vote, and about 80% of the people voted that they wanted to leave. That is the exact moment the town started to fall apart. Atlas Obscura reported that in 1992, the town was officially claimed using eminent domain. About 10 years later, in the year 2002, the Postal Service actually revoked and got rid of Centralia's own zip code. Then in 2009, the Pennsylvania governor tried forcing out the remaining residents of Centralia, but they didn't want to leave. So then in 2013, they finally reached an agreement that the remaining citizens of Centralia are able to live out the rest of their lives there, but when the remaining residents pass away, that'll officially be the last of Centralia and it will be gone forever. Now, Centralia is back in the news because they are beginning to cover up the famous graffiti highway. Some people see it as an eyesore and some people see it as a tourist attraction. But no matter what you think about it, it is being covered up. News articles began covering the story when hundreds of dirt mounds showed up out of nowhere. I actually personally just took a trip to Centralia last weekend, and this is some footage I got of the grounds of the dirt mounds and just how Graffiti Highway looks today. And you can even see in the background other people there to remember and to also explore and see the new news that's happening. Anyway, I figured I'd just go ahead and put my 2 cents in on this. This is Centralia, the fully abandoned town that is now being covered up. There's some controversy going on in the news, whether this highway should be covered with the dirt and forgotten about or if they should leave it. These dirt mounds go for miles. They're so far back there. Look, there's three wide all the way back for miles. And it also goes almost all the way up to the front. There's a lot of people out today, a lot of tourists, I guess you would say, just like seeing what's left and maybe pretty much getting one last look at it before it goes. So yeah, this is pretty much going to be like some of the last footage of Graffiti Highway in Centralia, because it's going to be covered with dirt and forgotten about. All dirt mounds. This is pretty much the last footage of Graffiti Highway. But yeah, guys, anyway, I'm gonna take you up the rest of Graffiti Highway, which isn't covered yet, but it will soon look just like this. Alright everyone, I'm back at my house now, and I thought I'd kind of just do a summary slash outro. Basically for this video I didn't want to go into a whole like documentary length real in-depth voiceover video because I know there's thousands of them on Centralia. I mean, so many people have made them on this. If you guys wanted to go see a 3-hour documentary, it's probably right next to my video. So with it being in the news recently about Graffiti Highway being covered up, I figured I'd go there, get some of the last shots of this place, and then put it into a video. So I figured for anyone who doesn't know about Centralia, I figured I'd give a brief summary about Centralia, what happened there, why it's in the news again, because a lot of people still don't know. But anyway, in my opinion, I don't think it should be covered up. I know it's going to be covered up if it's not already covered up by the time I upload this. I see both sides of it. I see how it's like an eyesore. I see how they probably just want to get rid of it and just kind of restart from fresh, but I feel like it's still a really cool place to go. But yeah, anyway, it kind of sucks that it's being covered up, but what are you gonna do? They voted on covering it, so apparently people wanted to cover it, or the township or the government just wants to cover it. So that's that. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Turn that bell on. It notifies you whenever I post, and that helps me out a ton. Also, drop a comment and tell me how your quarantine is going. I got nothing else to do, so I'm reading and replying to all comments, so go ahead and drop some right now. Also, I just wanted to say 50% of people who view my channel aren't subscribed. So everyone who isn't subscribed and you're watching this right now, it's free. Just subscribe, please. It helps me out the most. And also follow all my social media down below. But without rambling on for too much longer, I will see you in the next video. Peace.